fighting with steel. Kill all of them, their blood is our seal. Fight till the last of the enemy is dead. Ride through their blood that we badly have shed. Now issue the call. Are you ready to fight?
Hello and welcome back to Ryan Reacts, and in this death battle we have Gaara versus Toph, which I've been thinking since I saw it promoted in the last one. It hurt my brain several times trying to pick a winner. I just see them so evenly matched. I see them pretty close. They both have one big advantage over the other. Toph eventually learns how to bend metal, which Gaara is basically limited to sand as far as I'm aware. However, Gaara's defense is completely responsive. He doesn't have to do anything. It's his, sand possessed by his mother's soul or spirit or whatever. So that's something he doesn't have to worry about. In the end, I guess I'm going to give the advantage to Gaara based on the fact that he has a huge, enormous demon possessing his body, and I think it'll make sure he is able to survive. So I'm not giving the advantage to Gaara so much as I'm giving it to the, I forget how many tails that demon had, but X-tailed demon, whatever it is. So let's get the show started, shall we?
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Squarespace, the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your idea. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com/screwattack and instantly get 10% off.
Okay.
I'm making boomstickrules1.com for obvious reasons.
What's rule number 1? Boomstick's a pain in the ass. Rule number 2?
Throughout Death Battle, we've seen all manner of
know.
weapons and abilities, but these two combatants command the very earth around them.
Gaara of the desert.
And Toph Beifong, the blind bandit.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I gotta give you guys a lot of credit if you guys do this battle justice, though.
Gaara of the desert is a short, skinny, pale stick of a kid.
Yeah.
But he's also one of the deadliest shinobi in the world.
He looks like a member of Green Day.
Gaara is the son of the fourth leader of the village hidden in the sand. Born
I guess that makes him look bigger wussy than even Kirby or Majin Buu, right?
Depression and loneliness from the get-go.
Not even a minute old and already has a kill under his belt. Though, technically, he had a little help. Because, you see, as he was being born, his father was like, "Hey, you know what would be awesome? Using ninja magic to seal a horrible monster in my son's belly to turn him into an old."
Yeah, I don't think that guy's gonna win Father of the Year anytime soon. Although, from what I've seen of the Desert Tribe, in some instances, he actually might.
The process was successful.
Just because he actually is the best and most loving father of that group, some of them.
Beasts trapped within them. Gaara's beast was,
and he's still better than the Water Tribe, from what I remember.
Oh, I wanted Tanuki as a pet. They're so fluffy and adorable.
There you go.
Oh, holy shit, what is that?
Shukaku loathed humanity, and at first, Gaara had difficulty controlling the monster's rage, accidentally hurting others. As such, he was shunned by his own people, forced to live a secluded life.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a goddamn tummy monster. It's not like Pepto-Bismol solving that.
Convinced his only option was to
no, you need at least Robitussin.
Gaara became a ruthless
Robitussin fixes everything.
But
right, Dave Chappelle?
Having a digestive desert demon gives him control over all things sand. He can wield it as a weapon, using his mind to trap and crush his foes. Oh, and he can also use it to frickin' fly. How the hell does that work?
He can easily adjust the density of his sand, whether it needs to be lighter than air or stronger than steel. He can even use it to stop bombs powerful enough to wipe out an entire village. He can control any sand in his vicinity using his chakra, a spiritual energy shinobi access for superhuman abilities, such as walking up a tree.
This guy is like the ultimate emo kid, but I'm not gonna give him too much crap because he can use existing sand to crush the ground around him for even more sand. So he's never without easy access to.
Now what we need is a badass hipster to fight him.
He still carries a gigantic gourd of sand on his back.
It's huge. You'd think that'd be hard on his spine. Interestingly enough, its unique shape and size is a reference to how in Japanese folklore, tanukis were considered to be so well endowed they'd have to sling their testicles over their shoulders. Awesome. But the thing is, Gaara's gourd is not carrying any ordinary testicles.
You could kill him and
sand.
make a scrote coat. The women of South Park would love that.
This directly links it to Gaara, making it much easier for him to control. He's so skilled with it, he can even forge weapons from it, bury people underground, or send it into another person's bloodstream and control them like some sort of puppet. Talk about an itch you're not gonna scratch.
Also, Gaara eventually battled and defeated his own father, who happened to be a zombie at the time. His father used a magnetic release ability to control gold dust, much like Gaara does sand.
I'm just kind of curious how that would work. Can you actually have chakra if you're a zombie? That's actually the one that worries me the most. Or is zombie just a metaphor?
Gaara's mother somehow imparted her own power into this sand. It became.
To be honest, I'm not quite up on the Shippuden stuff, so I've seen some of it, but I got some spoilers and heard that eventually Sasuke just goes evil, and I gave up on the show when I heard he became irredeemable.
Gaara's sand is so dense and fast, only someone who can move.
Since so much of the show was based upon saving Sasuke.
Gaara can also use everyday sand to create defenses such as his sand armor, which encases him in a shell to soften blows. Unlike his automatic absolute defense, the sand armor is self-created and requires a large amount of his chakra to maintain.
Gaara's skill with sand is only limited by how much chakra he's got left in his system. After running low, he could tag out and give Shukaku a turn fighting, until a group of crazy people literally pulled the sand monster from his body for good. That must have hurt. It's gotta be like twice as bad as the night after Chipotle.
He died.
Oh, the same thing.
Turns out losing Shukaku was actually a blessing in disguise. After being resurrected, Gaara spent some time reevaluating his emotional roller coaster of a life. Inspired by Naruto Uzumaki...
By the way, get him in a death battle and I don't care who it's against.
His attitude changed. His people began supporting him.
Someone else who can create a whole shitload of copies of them. Comments down below give me some good ideas. I'm gonna recommend that.
Gaara also became...
A zombie?
Kazekage.
Damn! Well, even non-zombie and missing Shukaku gotta still retain.
Come to think of it, I wonder if they're gonna have the Shukaku or whatever. Maybe they'll have this fight with him not having it, in which case it becomes even much more evenly matched.
Gaara is stronger and smarter than ever, all thanks to his mother's love. I miss Mama Boomstick.
Few can withstand the overwhelming power of this.
She does not miss you.
Or Mama Boomstick's cooking.
Hey! You're uninvited to Thanksgiving.
I never was.
Exactly.
Yeah. He was such a great boogeyman when they first had him show up on the show. It was fantastic.
As the only child of a wealthy Beifong family, Toph was kept a secret from the rest of the world. Hidden away, she was pampered and guarded like a fragile child. Her parents were hopeful she could someday become a noble, respected member of Earth Kingdom society.
Yeah.
Their hopes were pretty much dashed from the moment she popped out. See those faded whites? Yeah, Toph's completely blind.
My daughter is blind. She is blind and tiny and helpless and fragile.
Still, fragile is the last word that I would want to use to describe this chick.
You could kill him right there if you wanted.
Parents' stubborn coddling, Toph ran away from home at the age of 6 and ended up losing her way in a cave. Until she was rescued by some giant badger moles. Yes, they are badgers, and they are moles.
Imagine one of those things burrowing into your home. What kind of pest control do you call for that? Oh wait, I know. Fire.
Like Toph,
I don't think fire would do much to those things.
Took a liking to her.
Well, how the hell would they know?
And as the original
apparently they don't have a personality of a real badger. I'll give them that,
earthbending.
If in which case she'd be a dinner.
Taught Toph how to manipulate rock and stone. Using movement
actually, judging by size, she wouldn't even be that.
As martial art, Toph can telekinetically throw, grow, shrink, and alter Earth in any conceivable way, making for some pretty down-to-earth attacks and defenses.
The badger moles also taught Toph how to see.
Wait, these ridiculous creatures are also masters of LASIK surgery?
No, Toph does not use her eyes to see. Of course, her other senses are extremely accurate, and as a master earthbender, Toph can sense the location of Earth anywhere. Even more impressive, though, the Badgermoles navigate their tunnels using an earthbending technique known as the seismic sense, and Toph quickly picked up on this.
Tremor sense, I think, is what they call it in D&D.
Detecting the exact location and movement of a person or object through their interaction with the ground.
I feel the vibrations in the earth, and I can see where everything is. You, that tree, even those ants.
She feels every movement, every footstep, every heartbeat, so precisely she can even tell if a person's lying.
A woman who can always tell when I'm lying? No, thank you. Toph is so good at this that even her closest friends sometimes forget she's blind.
Sorry.
But don't worry, they're reminded. In only 6 years, Toph had completely mastered earthbending. She even won the Earth Rumble 4 tournament multiple times under her stage name, the Blind Bandit.
But Toph didn't stop her training with just earthbending.
Nope.
At first, softer earth proved difficult for her seismic sense.
I feel the vibrations in the ground with my feet, but the sand is so loose and shifty, it makes everything look fuzzy.
But she has since demonstrated her mastery in both sand bending and mud bending. She can also change the density of earth from sand.
Get to the point where she gets to do
back.
metal.
And before you start making any density or hardening innuendos, she's 12.
Okay. But her greatest invention is the discovery of an
Good idea to stop
bending art
Boomstick before he
thought
starts.
to be impossible. Metal
Yes,
bending.
there we go.
By manipulating the earthy composition within, Toph can bend nearly any type of metal just as well as stone. The exception being highly purified metals such as platinum.
Toph quickly mastered metal bending and went on to teach
Oh
it to
god,
others.
that metal.
She eventually even founded and led a metal bending police force.
And that's after conquering Earth
Yeah.
World 4, holding up a building the size of a castle, defeating an entire army almost
Metal Bending
single-handedly,
4, I think
and
that was the
dueling
name of
King
my
Boom to a
college,
standstill. That
blah blah
guy's conquered
band.
an entire hostile city by himself.
Even in her old age, Toph was capable of going one-on-one with a new avatar, and her seismic sense could locate people across the world.
She knows when I've lied and where I've been. Women should not have these powers.
I am the greatest earthbender in the world. Don't you two dunderheads ever forget it.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate.
I gotta
once and
check.
for all.
I gotta check out Legend of Korra sometime. Looks like it might actually be pretty good. Hey, maybe I should do a blind commentary on that. I think I've only seen part of the first episode. Unfortunately, I was busy in playing Civilization, and I had a war with France going on, so I was kind of distracted. No, wait, not France, Russia. Catherine the Great's always a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, tough guy? Make me.
God. There's still like 10 minutes to go in this video. This is going to be a good one. At least it should be. Nice.
Interesting. She commands stone as fluently as I control sand.
By the way, I can tell you're using your sand to smash up the ground underneath us for more ammo. Pretty smart for a sandman. Too bad I'm gonna kick your butt before you can use any of it.
I can't underestimate her. I need time.
So is this going to be like a epic rap battle of history where 3 or 4 more sand and stone manipulating heroes and villains will interfere?
Sorry, Grumpy. I'm not ready to be a shish kebab just yet.
Got that Muslim chick from the X-Men, I forget her name.
On.
She was pretty
Are you
awesome.
really that scared of a little blind girl?
I love her taunting.
I'm touched.
Your eyes. Those are not the eyes of loneliness, like mine. They are blank.
Impressive insight, Gloomsville. I'm digging the whole wearing sand thing, though. That's new.
That's got to be some of the scratchiest underwear ever. Just saying.
Hey, no fair!
You need your arms to control the earth. I will remove them.
No wonder he's so gloomy. He's got a constant, massive cape going on down below.
That's the plan.
Imagine what it's like when he gets a wedgie. I gotta drop the sand underwear. I mean, stop talking about it.
Sun coffin. Sun burial. It is done.
Nope. Sorry, that wasn't a very good one. Nope.
Jeez, I almost felt that.
That's impossible.
You kidding? Pay attention, Sandy. I'm about to school you.
Just to be trolls, the creators of the show should have put it on the top of this entire battle on a mountain's or on a ocean surface.
Gotcha.
No sand or dirt or stone around, really anywhere close.
That's how it's done.
Oh wow! Okay, well done, Toph.
Goddamn son of a shit weasel!
I was hoping you'd win, but I just didn't see it in you. I thought Gaara had the edge.
Here's why. Gaara's sand is monstrous, and its speed and power could easily obliterate most foes. But with Toph, it's another story.
Really?
I'm actually happy to lose this one. Get this one wrong. I'm just glad to see Toph winning.
The scenes extras of the Avatar Book 2 DVD,
Oh, fuck you.
We found this. Toph can feel the earth, even if it isn't connected to the ground.
Toph is tough, but her real strength lies in her precision and technique. With her earthbending and seismic sense, she could see Gaara's attacks coming.
You expect me to
regardless of if he was
figure this shit out with something that obscure?
Infused sand is controlled by his late mother. It's still sand. Just like in an earthbending duel, Toph was able to influence it long enough to misdirect or block attacks.
That's a good.
Remember, Gaara added his father's gold dust to the mix, giving Toph 2 different bending options just in case. Unlike platinum, gold contains traces of iron and copper, and can be metal bent.
To top this off, Gaara keeps himself covered in his sand armor. So
I'm gonna have to look into that. I always thought gold was an basic element, and
the sand armor uses up large amounts of Gaara's own chakra.
Was its
not
own,
his mother's sand.
You know.
So when he ran low on chakra, it became difficult
not
to maintain.
Containing 2 other elements.
Had no problem turning
it's not an alloy; it's naturally occurring metal.
Worst weakness.
Gaara couldn't stand up to Toph. I know you're floored. I really ground that one in, didn't I? What can I say? It's my earthly delight.
The winner is Toph Bay.
Well, I watch My Little Pony, so I'm used to bad puns. I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared.
Next time on Death Battle.
I mean, it's still nowhere near as bad as Philadelphia, Trottingham, or Saddle Arabia. Or Baltimore, Las Pegasus, Canterlot. Just the geography on that show alone is dreadful if you can't stand bad puns. Oh, next battle is going to be one that I've already seen, except looking a little cooler. I'm not going to complain about that. It gives me time to catch up. So if you enjoyed this commentary, if you enjoyed the death battle, if you enjoy what I did, please like, please comment, please subscribe, but above all else, have a nice day. See you later.
It's really cool, but you kind of have to play it to understand it, so go do that and I'll be happy. And still have a job. If you need a website, then look no further than Squarespace. I'm not kidding. If this wasn't the best way to create your own website, then why would Jeff Bridges, yes, the dude himself, use it? That's right. Jeff Bridges created the website dreamingwithjeff.com, where you can listen to his album of unique and relaxing sounds to lull you to sleep. And it's all thanks to Squarespace. No idea is too far out. Go to squarespace.com/screwattack to get 10% off and bring your idea to life. I really wasn't kidding about the whole Jeff Bridges thing. Seriously, click the dude and watch it now.